Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because I will be sharing with you guys an extra special collection. I will be doing an unboxing, swatches, review, and a tutorial on this look using the Mariah Carey for MAC Christmas collection. This collection, you guys, is seriously so unreal, so beautiful. I know you guys have probably seen it on Snapchat and Instagram, and I was so thrilled when I got the package, and I told myself that I wasn't gonna open it until I was in front of a camera doing this for you guys. So if you guys wanna see my unboxing, if you wanna see my reviews and some swatches and how to achieve this look, make sure you guys keep watching this video. So before we get into the swatches and tutorial part of this video, I wanted to physically unbox this for the very first time with you guys because I want to share this experience with you guys because this is literally like pretty major, I think. And I did all of my foundation, like my highlighter and contour, off of camera because I figured it would be a lot easier and it would make this video not like 2 hours long. So I did all of that off of camera, and after we swatch it, and then we will do like the tutorial. I'm really excited about this box, and I've literally been dying like inside wanting to open this box, but I told myself, don't open it, don't open it. So we're gonna do this together. I'm gonna show you guys the box. I'll show you guys the bottom so you guys don't see my address, but it looks like this. It's still sealed. When I got it, I had already seen a few people open it, so I was like shaking it. And I was like, it sounds like Mariah. First thing that's in the box is like a little letter from MAC. And then we have this Mariah visual. She looks absolutely stunning. I actually got to see her in Vegas at Caesar's Palace for her residency, and she was absolutely amazing. After I saw her live, I kind of like appreciated her a lot more because she's such a great performer and her voice is literally like unreal. So the box looks like this. It's a beautiful kind of like silvery box. Has a giant bow at the top. All right, so I'm gonna undo the bow. Oh, this is so pretty. It has like her signature, and it says Mariah Carey MAC. How awesome is that? So beautiful, and it's a beautiful like gold foil. So now I'm gonna open this. It says, enjoy darlings, love Mariah. Look at how beautiful this is, you guys. She looks absolutely stunning. This is literally like goals. Like this whole situation with her outfit is just so beautiful. Oh my God, you guys, literally, I'm gagging. I'm gonna try to show you guys, but I don't wanna like spill everything. But all of the product is in here and it looks so stunning. And it's all these diamonds and the packaging is glittery. Oh my God, this is absolutely, I didn't even know where to start. I didn't even know what to grab first. Look at these glosses, you guys. So when I had seen these online, I thought that this was gonna have like a glittery, gritty texture, but it actually is really smooth. So I'm assuming it's some type of like UV coating, but they are so sparkly and reflective, and these shades scream my name. And I know Mariah, like I was researching a lot of like her glam, and she never really does a lot on the lips, so I can appreciate kind of like the nuder kind of bronzies and pinks. So I'm definitely excited about these. I think MAC did a fabulous job with this collection. It screams Mariah to me, and I think that they totally hit a home run when it comes to this collection. As far as PR goes, like, MAC is coming for the girls. Like, MAC is doing such an amazing job with kind of making these packages feel so special and so luxe. And it's such an honor because I worked for the brand years ago, and I never thought that I would be in a position where they're reaching out and sending me stuff. So this is really awesome. And like I said, when I saw everyone posting it, I was freaking out and I could not wait to open mine. I'm definitely keeping all these little diamonds for some product shots. You already know why. And yeah, so let's go into the swatch portion of this video. So I will be swatching 3 out of the 5 lipsticks in this collection. The first one is called Darling, and I can totally picture Mariah running around the house saying that. It is a cream sheen lipstick, so it's a little bit more sheer than what I would normally gravitate towards, but you can definitely build it up to a more opaque finish. But I absolutely love the color. It's a beautiful nude pale pink. So the next color I'm going to swatch is called Bit of Bubbly. It is also a beautiful nude, but it's a little bit more on the warm side. It is also a cream sheen, so it is going to be a little bit more sheer. I think it's definitely a great alternative for someone that wants a beautiful nude without it being too pink. Definitely reminds me of Creme de Nude, and I think it's one of my favorites from this collection. So the last shade that I'm going to swatch for you guys is called MCizzle, and this is more of a mauve pink. It is also a cream sheen, but definitely the most opaque out of the three that I swatched. It is a great color for someone that wants something nude, but not too nude and not too dark. I can definitely appreciate the texture and finish of these lipsticks. I love that they're glossy and shiny, definitely up my alley and a must-have if you're a nudie fan. So next, I will be swatching 3 out of the 5 lip glosses in this collection, starting with Rainbow Interlude. In the tube, it looks a little bit more light pink, but when I actually swatched it, it kind of transferred a little bit more sheer and clear, but there was definitely a beautiful, beautiful pink sparkle and flex to the gloss, which I can appreciate, and I think that this is going to go great over any nude lipstick. So the next shade that I'm going to swatch is called Little Miss Monroe. This color I immediately gravitated towards when I saw it because it looked so pretty in the packaging. It is a beautiful golden orange, kind of bronzy if you will. The flex and the sparkles in this aren't as pronounced as that first shade, but still beautiful nonetheless. It literally looks like honey. And the last shade that I'm going to swatch for you guys is called Dreamlover, and this is definitely my favorite color out of the 3 that I swatched. It's more on the peachy pink side, and I love that it is a little bit more opaque than that first color that I swatched. Overall, these glosses are a little bit more on the thicker side, but I don't necessarily mind. I just kind of feel like it makes them last a little longer on the lips. I think that Mariah did an amazing job with these shades, and I definitely cannot wait to wear them. So this next product is definitely what I was the most excited about in this collection. I mean, how adorable is Mariah's cute little face on this compact? I'm swatching a pretty generous amount, and I absolutely love the texture of these Mineralize skin finishes. This is in the shade My Mimi, and it is a really beautiful golden bronze. I think that this is going to be perfect for anyone with like a medium to deep complexion. You will definitely look like a golden goddess. Very, very signature Mariah. So now I'm going to swatch 1 out of the 2 blushes in this collection. This is in the shade You've Got Me Feelin', and I love that it's a really nice, fun, feminine pink. I swatched a generous amount on my arm, and I noticed that it is a little bit more sheer, so you definitely got to build it and kind of build up the intensity. But I do love that the blush isn't completely matte. It does have a little bit of kind of a sheen to it, so it's a great way for someone to have a little bit of glow to the cheeks without it being completely overpowering. Now I will be swatching 1 out of the 2 eyeshadow quads in this collection. This one is called It's Everything, and this shade is called Diamond Butterfly. It felt really, really creamy, and I was really, really surprised by the pigment. It is just so beautiful and soft and so opaque. It's a really beautiful pearly color. I think that this is going to look amazing on anyone. The next shade that I'm going to swatch is called Ide Give My All, and it's a nice light gray. When I swatched it, I will say that it didn't swatch as opaque and pigmented as I would have liked. It is a little bit more on the sheer side, and it's definitely a color that you gotta build. I think that this will be good for anyone that doesn't want too much drama on the eyes, that just wants a soft wash of color. The next shade that I'm going to swatch is called Twinks, and this is a Volux Pearl eyeshadow. This is more of like a burnt, kind of reddish, burgundy brown shade. Just like the color before, again, it didn't really swatch as pigmented as I would have liked. Definitely a little bit more on the sheer side, but I think you can definitely make it work, and I think that this would be a great color to wash all over the lids. And the last shade in this quad is called Images of Rapture, and this is more of a deeper gray color. And when I swatched this one, again, it was a little bit more on the sheer side. I think definitely my least favorite out of the 4 shades, just because I do wish it was a little bit more pigmented. As far as the actual colors go, I think that they flow together and they complement each other really nicely. As far as the pigment of the last 3 shadows that I swatched, I was a little underwhelmed. I wish that they would have been a little bit more pigmented like that first color. I think that this palette would work for someone that just wants soft washes of colors as opposed to something a little bit dark and dramatic. But again, I did swatch these with my finger on my arm, not using a primer, so that can definitely make a big difference. So the next thing I'm going to swatch is this liquid eyeliner in the shade It's My Night. I love that this liner isn't as dark as a black, but not as light as a brown. It's kind of like that happy medium. As far as the actual formula goes, it dries down pretty quickly. I didn't find that it bled at all. I think that if you're someone looking for an eyeliner, I would definitely give this one a go. So the next thing that I got in this package is these lashes in style number 5. They are definitely a lot more natural than what I normally use and gravitate towards, but I can say that they do have a nice, light, flexible band. This is definitely a great lash for someone that wants something really natural with a nice tapered finish. I like that it's tapered on the inside and kind of flares out at the corners. It will definitely create a nice, natural, cat-looking eye. And the last thing that I received in this package is this loose powder in the shade Touch My Body. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to open it because I do plan on collecting it, but the packaging is to die for. It's so cute. I love this little powder puff so that you can just kind of pick up some of that product and just dust it all over your body. So cute. I can definitely see Mariah written all over this. So for this tutorial, I'm really excited because I'm going to be using some of my favorite staple MAC products. I'm going to show you guys what those products are. But for this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and get started with my brows. I'm going to use this brow powder duo, and this is in the shade Brunette. Before I start to apply any product on my brows, I'm just going to comb through with my spoolie just to kind of make sure that my brows are nice and tamed and they're nice and in. So I'm just going to take an angle brush and I'm going to kind of pick up both of those shades, and I'm going to start to apply this powder kind of like 3/4 of the way in my brow first. So being that there's 2 brow powders in here, I like to take the darker one and I apply this in areas where my brow is a little bit more thin, and then I apply the lighter one in areas where my brow is a little bit fuller. I'm gonna run this kind of like at the top of my brow just to kind of start to shape my brow more. And I'm gonna pick up some of that lighter shade and kind of go in more towards the front part of the brow. Gonna pick up some of that darker powder and add it towards the end of my brow to kind of extend and define my tail just a little bit more. And just for a little bit more definition, I'm gonna spray a little bit of Fix Plus onto my angle brush, and I'm gonna pick up some of that darker shade and just kind of add it at the end. So I did my second brow off of camera. Now to clean up my brow, I'm gonna take my Studio Finish concealers. I actually mixed 2 shades. I mixed NW20 and NW25. I married them together and I used them to create the perfect shade to clean up my brow. Now I'm just gonna take this angle brush. This is from the JD 180 brush set. This is her nose perfector brush, but I like to use this side to kind of clean up my brow. And I'm just gonna take it completely underneath that brow. And once I've laid down that product, I just take my brush and start to bring that product downward. And then I take a flat brush and I just blend it all out. I'm gonna take whatever concealer was left on the back of my hand and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it all over my eyelids. And this is gonna serve as my eyeshadow base. And before we actually do some of the eyeshadow, I'm just gonna take my little baby beauty blender and a little bit of my RCMA no color powder. And I'm just lightly gonna press it underneath my eyes just so that it catches any fallout, since this palette is a little bit more smoky. So now that that's done, I'm gonna take my Sephora blending brush and pick up some of this Ide Give My All eyeshadow, and I'm gonna start to work this in my crease and really start to buff it and diffuse it to create a nice blown out effect. So this eyeshadow is actually a frost, and normally I don't use anything frosty in my crease. I like to stick to mattes in my crease because I feel like it defines them better. But for this look, it's totally gonna work because it totally gives you that like 90s vibe. And now that I laid that color down, I'm gonna go in with a bigger, fluffier blending brush just to really kind of diffuse those edges. So now I'm gonna take that same Sephora blending brush and pick up this shade Twinks. I'm also gonna apply that in my crease and buff it all over my lid. I'm gonna kind of start to work this like slightly underneath my crease, not take it up as high. And now to kick up the drama, I'm going to take this shade called Images of Rapture and start to apply this on the outer corners of my crease for a little bit more of that kind of sexy Mariah look. So the key with this look is you want to go back in with a clean, fluffy blending brush to really make sure that everything just kind of marries into each other and looks nice and diffused. So once you're done blending, you can just go in with a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to use this kind of like nude toned shadow and just kind of like buff and diffuse the edges. And just for a little bit more depth and dimension, I'm gonna go in with that same blending brush and I'm applying just a little bit of carbon just on the outer corners of the eyes, just a tad. And when you're done with the eyes, you can just go in with a fluffy blending brush and just dust away all of that translucent powder, and all of your fallout will just dust away too. Now I'm gonna go back in with a pencil brush and I'm gonna pick up that shade Images of Rapture and just buff and blend that all underneath my lash line to get that like signature sexy Mariah look going to my eyes. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go in and apply a little bit of this an Extra Dimension highlighter. This is in the shade My Mimi, and as much as I don't want to touch it, because it's so beautiful and I don't want to ruin her beautiful face, I'm gonna just lightly dust this over my bronzer just to give my bronzy cheeks a little bit more of a glow. I wouldn't necessarily use this to highlight on my complexion because I think it's a little bit too dark, but I think just a light wash over my bronzer is gonna look really beautiful. So I'm just gonna go in with this stiff dome brush. I'm gonna try to be careful. I'm gonna go on her hair. Brush her hair so that we don't mess it up. And I'm just going to buff this over my bronzer. Also gonna do a little bit like on the apples of my cheeks. I'm gonna also dust a little bit on the temples of my forehead just to give my overall kind of skin and face a nice sun glowy effect. And to make my skin extra luminous and glowy, I'm going to add a little bit of my Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder. I'm gonna mix Conceited and Illuminati and add this on the high planes of my cheeks. So of course I'm gonna spray my face with a little Fix Plus first to kind of get that kind of like dewiness back to the skin. I'm just gonna pop this on my cheek. I seriously could not live without my glow. Like, what's the point of life? And now to just wrap up the eyes, I'm gonna throw on a chocolate liner and some lashes, and I'll be right back. So for the lashes I'm gonna apply today, I'm gonna use Voss's Just Slayin. I want a little bit more drama, and I feel like these are gonna do exactly that for me. On my lips, I'm going to apply this lipstick. It's in a Creamsheen formula, so it's a little bit creamier, but you can build it up to a little bit of a more opaque finish. I wanna say you pronounce this MCizzle, like MCizzle, like MC Mariah Carey. MCizzle. I think it's MCizzle, I don't know. But I'm gonna apply this on my lips. Just gotta really kind of like work it and build up the pigment. And to define and shape my lips, I'm gonna use this Stripdown Liner, also from MAC. This is literally one of my favorite nude lip liners. And to finish the lip, I'm gonna apply Dreamlover Lipglass all over my lips. I love all the cute little cheeky names because it literally is so signature Mariah. Are her music. And this is like a really beautiful kind of like champagne-y light pink color, just to add a nice gloss and sheen to my lips. And I love lip gloss. Some people think it's too thick, but I love the shine, and the thicker the formula, the longer that it'll stay on. Beautiful. I love it. I'm obsessed. One of the last things that I'm going to do is apply a little bit of a highlight down the bridge of my nose and the inner corners of my eyes. I'm gonna go in with that Illuminati Diamond Glow Powder that I used with Conceited earlier for my cheeks. Just to define and highlight that nose. Pinch her up, honey. And add just a little on the inner tear ducts of the eyes. Make the babies pop. And once you're all done, last step, you gotta spritz a little bit of Fix Plus to seal and lock in all of your makeup. And that pretty much completes this look. I want to thank MAC Cosmetics so much for sending me this amazing, beautiful, wonderful package. I have not been this excited for a MAC collection in a really, really long time besides Selena. I am so stoked for you guys to get your hands on this. I'm stoked for me to get even more from the collection because I know that I only got certain products sent to me. But I really hope you guys like this video and this tutorial. I wanted to do something a little bit different and kind of do like an unboxing slash review slash swatches slash tutorials. So let me know what you guys think of this type of video. And if you guys want to see more of these types of videos, don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading a new video every Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.